Okay, I just stopped the other video because it was at like 14.5 whatever, and I didn't want to have a problem with then having to convert it on edit just to get it on whatchamacallit, onto Instagram, because at one point they were slowing down the download, monitoring the communications, but whatever. So I sat with the snapping turtle of this age, which is a word that I use in my Mickey Sticker Club for Douglas MacArthur and that shit show, and having to meet with some reputable people, wherever they were. And so I sat with the gentleman who was saying, I said, I have a Johannes Vermeer painting of myself. So there's a painting and a artwork, a visual of what my visual looks like from history around 1600s. I was like, so there was someone who looked like me that sat for the painting. I was like, the people in the art collectors and whatnot have passed that painting forward, and collectively through publication, they know it exists. People have seen it. People have heard about it. People have wrote about it. So collectively, it's real and it exists, correct? And he's like, right. I was like, okay. So I said, now I'm the violin, and I have a carbon copy, CARBONCOPY, which is my son. Comes from my womb, looks just like I did as a child. I mean, like spitting image, except he has male gametes and I have female gametes. So therefore, he is a violin and I would be a viola for this one instance, this per se, PERSAY. I was like, so we still have, it still exists, the painting from the 1600s. I come back, I look exactly the same. I know I've been here longer than just one life. I was like, now I have a son that also looks like the painting. So this means that if time is in a linear format for easy understanding, there is now some placement of a past. I'm here and I have children where I have another placemat marker of another time. And I'm the mother traveling between the last time they saw someone who looked like me and it was documented and recorded, heading to my child's genetic carbon copy that I bring to the Fidelis. And then I have a lifetime, per se, going in a linear format between when I was born as a human, we'll call it at the moment, towards the next whatever. I was like, here's the thing though. I was like, so does that make sense to you? I was like, that theoretically, right, I could be here and then I could come again and be the same. If you have like an energy sprite, like spiritual insignia in the same exact anatomical looking instrument, with proper agreed upon and publicized in legendary form, historical accurate reference that people can lean back on and go, okay, wait, now paint me this picture. Right, so I had that one and I got forward. And then, then there's the Quiet League stuff of Mickey Sticker Club and stamp collections and how do we move within the fluidity of other time to help keep humans safe on our immortal land ownership that they walk on and have no idea how much work it is to keep them safe at any point in time or space. Let's think about this. This is a land lease. If I'm I'm a gunite pool mason, my color. I put this on today too. I said, periwinkle, the color, Periwinkle, used to be called chartreuse, and it was CHAR, and it was a truce, TROUCE. So that truce was an agreement not to war with one another by economy, by natural resource, by any source, between two amicable, reliable, whatever. That's how the partnership began between whatever and whatever. That's none of your business, in quiet places. Then, all of a sudden, in, I think it's, what did I put up today? Is it 1746? There's a number. I put it up today. It's 17 something. I think it's 46. Chartreuse changed spelling, S-P-E-L-L-I-N-G, and color, C-O-L-O-R. Now, to the Mickey Sticker Club of Complex Linguistics and SPLACA, that the field study of and the creation of human consciousness and words to describe yourself as you work outside of the neural network and inside the neural network at the same time, the word chartreuse was repatriotized in certain books when the criminals were found guilty before my arrival, and it is spelled chart, C-H-A-R-T-R-E, and then it's use, U-S-E. Now, chartreuse changed from my color, spelled differently, to this yellow-green sputum, S-P-U-T-U-M, and phlegm, P-H-E-G-M, I believe it is. I have it up there again. And that was the sickly nature, S-I-C-K-L-Y-N-A-T-U-R-E, of a lung infection, L-U-N-G-I-N-F-E-C-T-I-O-N, which I didn't want humans to have to encounter just because some other humans but found out about Paydirt, P-A-Y-D-I-R-T, being sand, S-A-N-D, in the desert, D-E-S-E-R-T, or at the bottom of the ocean, O-C-E-A-N. Both sets of which the humans are tenants, T-E-N-A-N-T-S. They have zero rights, zero ability. I mean, like, they keep stealing and raping the land from the landlord while their lease agreement specifically states they are not allowed to do certain services and harness certain resources. Yet the humans have been doing it and growing so much more fucking dangerously. So now the sand, the reason why sand is so important is the silica content. S-I-L-I-C-A. It can be vitrified, V-I-T-R-I-F-E-D, and which is liquefied, L-I-Q-U-I, whatever, and then they make glass, G-L-A-S-S. The problem with knowing that one crucial piece of information that we weren't teaching humans for the longest time was because sand, the humans don't listen, and then they argue over who owns the land rights, who owns the sand rights, who's able to move it, who's able to use it, who's able to dispose of it, who's able to, what's the big deal? Right, yeah, okay, here's the big deal, hotshot, fucking stupid, useless fucking humans. Between 1800s and 1978 when I arrived, the building standards for OSHA, O-S-H-A, which didn't exist for a long time, but we had our own in the back office, they were building with stone, S-T-O-N-E. beautiful Baroque, like they built like Giza, like beautiful, like some had ziggurat level and some had like amazing masonry skills in like the gentleman whose son's going to Greek Orthodox Seminary School in Boston, he tells me tonight, who made this beautiful 33 count infinity bracelet with one green whatever for the 34th that they don't own and they're not part of, but they want to make it look seamless between the beginning and the end in How Does God Work? Right, yeah, they put a green 34th in the middle and they let humans have a 33rd of thinking that it's just all them. Right, yeah, okay. With this glass process, here's the problem, which is why we said no. They took a fast money-making opportunity while everybody was arguing about laws elsewhere. They ran to USA with some bullshit from the US that wanted to sell and offload the Paydirt and the system before anybody found out. And then they came to New York, they put up the skyscrapers, and my lovely photographer, my postage stamp collection today, said that he was a photographer at the time, and they went up so fast, there was no building standards, so many people died, but they were in a rush to get the World Trade Towers up for whoever was paying in all cash, CASH, by the way, all of the really rotten, disgusting, greedy cunt locals who just took the fast cash and like ran and then blew it out and whatever, had nothing to spend and then no work. Because then there was no more work left in New York and everybody left like a bat out of hell and just left everybody with nothing. So that's a problem. And then their long-term shitbag criminal plan to finance themselves in criminal enterprise that nobody approved and nobody can seem to agree on, so nobody gets prosecuted and nothing gets done but the really dangerous bioengineering shit I didn't want you to allow them to have access to. So here they are, and now they are done with building skyscrapers, or it lessens so they can't fuel their gigantic need and greed to have everybody on the payroll for doing things on the face of the earth illegally. So what do? They then come up with a standard glass program where they are using illegal technology, being the engine, engine. I told the Greek today with the 33 bracelet with the one green, who's Greek Orthodox son in the seminary in Boston. I told him, I said, here's the thing. I lost my train of thought. Hold on a second. We're sitting by Starbucks. I said, what I really hate is sitting here and all of this noise pollution with all these cars. It is like a rolling junkyard. I mean, none of them, they're not quality build. They don't look good. They're ugly. And it's so much. And why do all these things need to be moving? So I said, that's a problem, a big problem, for the noise pollution. And then, the Spear Greek, SPEARGREEK, the other guy, who just lost his employment, with the military whatever on his neck today, neck scarf, neckerchief. I told him, I said, they're not allowed to build engines. They're just not. And they call the power in the engine a horse. No, it's not. Horses have heartbeats, have legs, have other standards and requirements. What they did was put metal together in a format, find a fuel source, fueling their criminal enterprise with glass and Paydirt, and it's causing the lungs, their tailpipe, TAILPIPE, and your windpipe, WINDPIPE, where you breathe, that apparatus that you need to stay healthy, is a big problem how they interact. Because it's dangerous and the humans won't listen to the like phlegm and sputum and chartreuse color and sickness that they're causing for their own greed.